Hello guys, today I want to start this video by telling you a simple and little riddle, and this riddle will help us to understand a lot of things. So I pray that you give attention to what I'm about to say. So when you start an agricultural project, you buy land, you buy hectares of land, because you can make a really good agricultural project if you don't have enough land, and we're talking about hectares. So when you buy your plot, you are faced with a lot of trees, because there it's still in the state of a forest, so you have a lot of trees around. So the first step that you have to take is to bring down all those trees. Obviously you're not going to take all these trees down, because there's some trees which are very beneficial for the growth of the crops. So obviously you're not going to put everything down, but you will need to put at least most of them down. And for this, you will need two saws, two people who are experienced, in sawing down trees, in cutting trees. So we're gonna name the first sawer Amadu, okay, and the second sawer, let's say his name is Ike. So you employ Ike and Amadu to cut at each 1 hectare of land, so that makes it 2 hectares. So Ike has 1 hectare, Amadu has 1 hectare. Now, the speciality and the characteristic of Amadu is that Amadu keeps the same energy throughout the day. That is, if Amadu starts to saw down, to cut down trees at 6 a.m. and he finishes at 6 p.m., Amadu will still keep the same energy. Now, Ike is a little bit more special. Ike cuts down trees for an hour, and then he stops and takes a pause for 15 minutes. Now the question I want to ask you, if these two start at 6 a.m. okay, and finish at 6 p.m., who would have cut more trees than the other? So I propose that you stop right now, give your response now before I tell you the answer, and we can move forward. Have you given it? Okay. If your answer is Amadu, you are wrong. And the secret behind the reason why Ike would cut down more trees than Amadu is a secret that characterizes, big entrepreneurs from medium and small entrepreneurs or businessmen. The reason why it is Ike who will cut more trees is because after Ike cuts down trees for an hour, the 15 minutes of pause are dedicated to sharpening the blade which he uses to cut down the trees. And in our case, sharpening is about training yourself. Because like I just told you, it is what differs a big entrepreneur from little entrepreneurs. That's why you will see some businessmen who do not put a lot of energy. They don't have so much time and energy to put in some stuff, but they only employ some strategies, and they make 5 to 10 times the profits that other entrepreneurs who spend their time, who spend a lot of energy, they don't even sleep, they put in, and they still don't make that amount. It is simply because they bring up, they establish the right strategies to start your projects. And for you to learn that, you need to train yourself. It's important to train yourself, and people neglect that aspect. You need to know how a market works. You need to know how a field you're planning to invest in works. And that's what differs big entrepreneurs from little one. All what we've learned till now, we've learned it in school. But just that most of the times, the skills that we get in schools aren't really useful for us when we ask ourselves, what can we do at the end of our studies? And if you don't know, my name is Teka Boris. I'm a young entrepreneur, and I'm passionate about entrepreneurship, about business, and that's what we discuss about here on this channel, because I believe that is what is needed to take our continent, Africa, our community, and our respective countries to the level they are supposed to be. And I believe that, when you want to start being an entrepreneur and start building up businesses, it's important for you to have the right foundation. And I believe that there are 3 main skills that you need to have for you to start having a business, you know, and start your entrepreneurial journey, the first skill is to have goals, is to have a vision, is to have objectives. You need to know where you're going to have a business. You can't have a business just for having a business sake. That business needs to go somewhere so that you can put all the energy and the time and the resources that are needed for you to keep on striving. The next skill that you need to have is to know how to manage your personal finances. Because if you don't know how to manage your own money, it will be extremely difficult to manage the finances of a business, which is way more delicate. And that's why when I talk with people, and I notice that there are people that find it very hard to manage your own money but want to have businesses. I generally advise them not to start a business without them knowing how to manage your own money. And that's something that you can learn. Yes, that's something that you can learn. Even how to derive goals and precise goals, concise goals for your life, you learn them. And the third skill, it's all about how to manage your time. Once you become an entrepreneur or a businessman, you have a lot of things that you need to manage at the same time. Because you do not have only your business, you have your relationship, different kind of relationship with other people. You have other activities. And many a times, people wonder how, the time you take how can you manage your business venture? How can you manage your YouTube channel? How can you manage your studies and many other activities that I do outside? It is simply something that you learn. And that is the reason, because I noticed that there is this problem, especially with the young people, with the youth. And you know, Africa is majorly made up of youth. It's important for us to have the right foundation. And I decided to provide all of this in a training program, which is already available on my platform, on the website. So it's a training program which will really help you, which will equip you with all these skills so that you can start afresh and well. And it's important for you to learn from those who succeed, those who have results. Do not listen to other people who just tell you things but they don't actually apply what they're telling you. They have no results. We have results because I've trained a number of people with these methods and they have excellent results. I use them too. I have extremely good feedbacks and results, and this training is equally recommended by an expert like Dr. Chimkwanu. So it is a training that has made its proof, and it actually works. It's 100% practical, and I guarantee you this this training program. And because it is the first launch, I decided to give a 10% discount on whoever invests in himself and gets this training. Because yes, what you're doing is investing in yourself. It's not about purchasing a training program. That's not useful at all. The most important is to invest in yourself and have results. So I decided to give a 10% discount for whoever gets the training before the 25th of September 2021. So in the description below, description bar, I'll be making available the links so that you can follow up and have access to the training program. It is important to train yourself. I give a lot of importance to training yourself, having the skills, knowing how to sell yourself, knowing how to sell your products, knowing how to increase your revenues, the strategy that you can use, and all those stuff. I dedicate a lot of time to training and to learn, and that's what differs a big entrepreneur from a little entrepreneur. So if you have the desire to build huge businesses, because I believe that what African is building huge businesses that can make a change in our respective continents, in our communities, and in the whole Africa. So go to the description bar, get access to the training program, and I'll see you on the next video. Ciao.